The Texas Tech campus took a moment to honor those who have served selflessly for the good of others. We'll have all the details coming up.
One local coffee shop recently had a homecoming of sorts. Find out about a new place where you can get a cup of Java next.
And it was an exciting weekend for Texas Tech athletics. We'll have scores, highlights, and a look at what's next.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Laura Duclos.
And I'm Becca Chance. Last Wednesday was Veterans Day here in the U.S. Many places held special ceremonies to recognize members of the armed forces, including Texas Tech. And Laura, I understand you were at the event.
That's right, Becca. Last week I actually had the chance to stop by Memorial Circle, where faculty, staff, students, and members of the community came together to show appreciation to those who selflessly serve our country. November 11th holds a special place in the hearts of Americans throughout the country. Veterans Day was recognized on the Tech campus by holding a ceremony in Memorial Circle.
Today is about the veterans, those who serve, those who are serving. We had a presentation of the colors as well as taps. We recognized a Gold Star family, which is a family of a fallen soldier. So we presented Miss Morin some commemoratives for her and her loss of her son, Sergeant Morin.
President Dwayne Nellis and Congressman Randy Nagebauer were able to attend the ceremony, where they performed a ceremonial wreath laying in front of both the American flag and Prisoner of War Missing in Action flag.
I think it's very important to recognize the veterans and the guys that and women that have served. I think it's important to keep them in mind and always recognize them, because they did serve and sacrifice a piece of their time and their life for their country.
Texas Tech has been honored as an elite military-friendly campus for the past 7 years and is proud to put active military and veterans on such high importance.
I'm trying to teach them the value of freedom and security, and who keeps us safe and secure, and who ensures that we live in a free country, and that freedom isn't free. And I can't think of a better way to teach that to my son and indoctrinate him as another great American than to have him out here for this Veterans Day event. So we're just so pleased and so honored to be here.
This year's Veterans Day ceremony had the best turnout from years past, with hopes to have even more next year. For MCTV, I'm Laura Duclos.
Veterans Day wasn't the only special event on campus last week. A film screening took place at the College of Business on Monday that gave a unique perspective on the most important events in history. Rockin the Wall, How Music Ripped the Iron Curtain, is a documentary that details how rock and roll played a part in bringing down the Berlin Wall and Iron Curtain in Eastern Europe. The producer of the documentary, Dr. Larry Schweikert, was in attendance to talk about his experiences and answer questions regarding the film. Schweikert's personal interest led him to research the topic and create the film.
I've been a musician. I love rock music. I think rock music's important. I don't downplay rock music like a lot of people do, so it seemed natural.
Texas Tech was just one stop on a tour of Schweikert's and making around the country as he showcases the film. But if you missed your chance to see it here in Lubbock, you can purchase a DVD or find much more info about the project by visiting the film's website, rockinthewall.com.
Also last week, one department here on campus took part in a national campaign in hopes of raising awareness of a very important issue. Tech's Women's Studies Department sponsored several events as part of the It's on Us National Week of Action. It's on Us is a national campaign that seeks to bring attention to sexual assault response. The campaign encourages participants to pledge that they will take an active role in helping to curb sexual assault in their community. One of last week's events included a brown bag lunch open forum in Doak Hall.
People can help bring more attention to this issue, specifically sexual assault and rape on campus, by talking to each other. One thing that I really wanted to impact by having this forum was giving that safe space for students as well as others to speak openly on this topic, because there's not a whole lot of chances sometimes to do that speaking out in a public forum.
Along with Wednesday's open forum, Women's Studies also hosted 2 lectures in the library on Tuesday and Thursday that focused on rape myths and rape culture. If you would like more information on the It's On Us campaign, or if you'd like to take the pledge, visit itsonus.org. The weather outside has been pretty nice today. Even though it's been cloudy, we've seen some sunshine peeking through and highs in the 70s. But it is West Texas, so you should know by now not to get too used to the nice conditions.
You could say that again, Laura. The National Weather Service is predicting severe weather tonight across Texas and Oklahoma, and that includes the South Plains. Let's take a look at our MCTV forecast. As you can see in the graphic form, the Storm Prediction Center, Lubbock is right on the edge of the slight risk area for severe weather tonight. We could see lightning, gusty winds, and hail before the end of the night. There's even a possibility for tornadoes to develop, but the bigger risk for that is off to our east. By tomorrow morning, our storm chances will fall off and dry weather will be returning for the next few days. Here's a look at the 3-day forecast. Tomorrow will be a bit cooler after tonight's wet weather moves through. Highs will top out around the 60 degrees and it will be windy throughout the day. Tomorrow night will also bring a return of cooler nighttime temperatures, with the chances for freeze returning through the rest of the week. Wednesday and Thursday will be a little warmer with highs in the mid to upper 60s, and we will have lots of sunshine. Looking ahead, we could see a return of rain and cooler daytime highs by this weekend. It was a busy and exciting week in the Texas Tech athletics. 2 teams found victories, and both of them extended their seasons to at least one more game.
That's right, Becca. Let's start by taking a look at Red Raiders soccer. As we told you last week, Tech advanced into the first round of the NCAA tournament after winning the Big 12 championship for the first time in school history. Friday, the Red Raiders met up with the North Texas Mean Green at the John Walker Soccer Complex. North Texas also entered the tournament as conference champions. It was another tough matchup for Tech, with neither team scoring until the 26th minute. But then Janine Becky got the ball and made the most of it, scoring her 10th career goal in NCAA championship play. Becky's goal would be the first and last of the night for the team, but that's all they would need as they defeated UNT 1-0. The win marks the 4th time in the last 4 seasons that Tech has advanced to the second round of the tournament. Next up for the Red Raiders will be the Auburn Tigers in Tallahassee, Florida. Start time is set for 1 p.m. Friday at the Seminole Soccer Complex.
Soccer wasn't the only team to find its way into the win column. The Red Raider football team also had a lot to celebrate after finishing out their home schedule at the Jones AT&T Stadium. The Kansas State Wildcats increased their losing streak to 6 as Tech came up with a 59-44 win. The victory also marks the 6th win for the Red Raiders this season, giving them the last necessary mark on their record to become bowl eligible. Whether or not the team continues on into the postseason is still up in the air, but they have one last chance to convince the selection committee they deserve to go bowling. Tech will travel to Austin for the annual Thanksgiving Day game against Texas next week. The game caps off a tough year for both teams, as Texas comes in with only 4 wins on the season. If Tech pulls off a win in Austin, the Longhorns will be kept out of bowl contention for the second season in a row, which hasn't happened in over 20 years. Kickoff on Thanksgiving is set for 6:30 p.m. with television coverage on Fox Sports 1.
And now it's time for a quick look at the MCTV events calendar for the week. Tonight, head over to the Hemley Recital Hall and enjoy the Concert Band's Fall Concert. The performance starts at 7:30 p.m. in the Music Building. The event is free and open to the public.
If watching someone perform is not really your thing and you would rather take the stage, the Tech Activity Board has an event for you. TAB's biannual open mic night is taking place tomorrow at the Sub Barnes & Noble. Show off your talent and take the mic along with other poets, musicians, comedians, and more. The fun starts at 7 p.m. and it is free and open to anyone with a Tech ID.
And on Wednesday, TAB continues the entertainment with a special performance by comedian Jose Barrientos. Barrientos is a veteran who brings his unique spin on life and turns it into laughter. The performance takes place in the Red Raider Lounge in the Sub starting at 8 p.m. As always, it's free with your Tech ID.
Lubbock is known for its many restaurants, bars, and other unique food venues across the city. In fact, Lubbock holds the rank of the highest restaurants per capita in the state.
With that many options, you would think that starting a restaurant or restarting one would be a tough job. But as Abby Aldrich shows us, one coffee shop is using local support to take a second shot in the hub city.
Sugar Brown's closed its doors 4 years ago and has just recently made its way back into the Lubbock community. Thanks to a Kickstarter program, the coffee shop was able to reopen at a new location, 1947 19th Street, directly across from Lubbock High School.
I honestly think it comes back to like the tradition of this place. Sugar Brown's was here a couple years back, and it was shut down, and then they had a Kickstarter program, and a lot of people donated, and they were able to get it back on its feet. And so outside, when it says made in LBK, it really is made in LBK, and it has a really good history here. There's a lot of older people that have remembered it from when they were in college and then come back like as adults, and there's something very nostalgic about it, which I think is unique to this coffee shop versus all the other ones.
The coffee shop hosts singer and songwriter nights for local artists and have live music on Friday and Saturdays. Despite a small menu, employees hope to bring back the business Sugar Brown's once had.
We don't see it necessarily just as a coffee shop. We see it as a lot more. This is like a rough side of town. So this is a place for us to pour in to this side of town while also catering to tech college kids.
Sugar Brown's provides students with a change of scenery from their typical study environment.
I really like the environment. I like the openness of it. I feel like it's very spacious, it's very relaxing, and it's also just a very homey environment, so I feel like I can focus really well when I study and not be easily distracted.
So Laura, have you ever been to Sugar Brown's?
You know what? I haven't yet, but after watching Abby's story, I'll definitely have to stop by sometime soon. That's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check out ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you on Wednesday.